This is very sad, but not shocking. Israeli settler violence in the occupied West Bank has reached an all time high last month. Over 260 attacks against Palestinians by Jewish settlers in the occupied West Bank happened, making up 15% of the total attacks against Palestinians that have been recorded since 2006. Now, there's a lot of reasons these settlers attack Palestinians. One of the reasons being that these settlers have a Zionist religious ideology that makes them believe they are above and superior to other people. Take a listen to what one individual, Daniela Weiss, had to say regarding the plan for Israeli settlements in the West Bank.
Have for the Jewish nation the promised land from the Bible, from the Prat,
Yes.
to the Nile. And I'm sure it will be.
And what about southern Lebanon?
If it is part of it, all of it. Even parts of Syria, part of Iraq, part of Iran. It's huge.
You think you have any way of convincing people that that would be a good idea?
I convince many. Many people believe in it. I don't see anything anything extreme in my approach. It's the basic Jewish approach.
It's the basic Jewish approach. So when it comes to settler violence against Palestinians, the settlers in the occupied West Bank have this ideology, and in order to further this ideology, they have to implement attacks against Palestinians and steal Palestinian land. This includes both Palestinians, Muslims, and Palestinian Christians. I work with Palestinian Christians in Bethlehem that are being evicted from their homes, and I help them to the best of my abilities. One of them being Elise Kissia. She is a Palestinian Christian from Bethlehem, and she's had her home in Bethlehem taken away from her by Israeli settlers at the hands of the Israeli government. Take a listen to what she has to say here.
That this is our land because here it's our agriculture. They don't have tabo, but since we have this, we can apply for tabo. They don't have tabo. They don't have the land registration. So we ask for all three people to come and watch. What are these people? They are now sitting on our table in our land. They are eating like there is nothing without dignity. And I'm requesting for every human, an advocate, to come and help us and stand with us.
So she's had her land taken away from her. The Israeli settlers that took her land terrorized her and her family. They beat her mother. They've attacked her. And they've done this while these settlers are from Argentina. They were brought to the Israeli-occupied West Bank by the Jewish National Fund. It's a large organization that funds these settlers from around the world to settle Palestinian lands. And these violent attacks actually further Israel's goals because the Israeli settlers in the West Bank, they're not just settlers, but they are state militias. They work at the hands of the Israeli government to further its goals, which is to expand settlements and to hinder the possibility of a two-state solution, which Israel has never wanted from the beginning, and which many call now just a dead solution because of the amount of settlements in the occupied West Bank. This, however, has led to Israel's president, saying that he's shocked by the attack against Palestinians and that it must end. Seems like he's trying to do some good PR now. This is an NPR article that was published just 2 days ago. Israel's president and high-ranking military officials on Wednesday condemned attacks a day earlier by Jewish settlers against Palestinians, calling for an end to a growing wave of settler violence in the Israeli-occupied territory. President Isaac Herzog described the attacks as shocking and serious, adding a rare and powerful voice to what has been muted criticism by top Israeli officials of the settler violence. Now, Herzog's position, while largely ceremonial, is meant to serve as a moral compass and unifying force of the country. He is saying this for Israeli PR to make it seem like Israel cares, while in reality, Israel endorses and is happy with settler violence because the more Palestinians you push off their land, the easier it is to build Israeli settlements and colonize and basically take the Greater Israel project that you heard Daniela Weiss advocating for. Now, the way that Israel does this is by sealing Palestinian lands using both physical force and the legal methods to do so. I interviewed my friend Elise Kissia about 6 months ago, and this is what she had to say regarding how Israel actually goes about sealing Palestinians' land. Take a listen to this clip here.
Say the truth.
The Israeli government will threaten your lawyers and your neighbors in order to find incriminating evidence or to manipulate the situation in order to acquire and steal your land.
If you hire a lawyer, they try using this lawyer against you.
Get her home bulldozed here by Israel.
It's also manipulation with your own lawyer, also with your own neighbors. You have neighbors around, and those neighbors need to get their documents done. They offer them to come to them and finish their documents, so they are using also your own people against you. And they spread rumors that you sold the land many years ago. They try to convince people around you that you sold the land, so whenever you try to say the truth, people turn against you.
So that's how Israel really goes about this entire process. Now, I've told you guys that I'm Palestinian. I have family in the Israeli-occupied West Bank village of Burin. I have a map here just to show you the amount of Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. Should be able to see the screen now. Now, this map was this is a map of 2024, I believe, Israeli settlements. It definitely doesn't show all of the. It's not all encompassing. What you see here is everything in yellow is Palestinian lands, and you'll notice that Israeli settlements are all built on the hilltops. And they're all built in a way to basically create a Swiss cheese West Bank, so Palestinians have no sort of autonomy and no ability for free movement. My family's village in the West Bank is located right over here. It's in the northern West Bank, right in the center, and it's next to the most violent settlement named Yitzhar. The Yitzhar settlements are known. The Yitzhar settlement is known for its price tag attacks against Palestinians. Back in 2023, they actually murdered my family's 9-year-old neighbor in the West Bank. If you scroll down my feed, you'll be able to see some more footage where I talked about that as well. So Israel's initiative is to continue expanding these settlements while promoting violence against Palestinians to push Palestinians out of their land, to concentrate them in smaller sections so that way they can continue expanding by this sort of Swiss cheese style methodology. They'll continue to annex smaller piece by piece until there's nothing left, and Palestinians are basically in South African Bantu sands. So the Israeli settler violence allows Israel to further this sort of these goals. Just yesterday, actually, Israeli settlers torched a mosque in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. The West Bank mosque was torched as Israeli settler violence surges. This was an article in the New York Times just yesterday. Let me go ahead and share my screen here so I can show you guys more of this. There we go. Israeli settler leader Daniela Weiss, the one that I showed you previously, claims that there is no settler violence against Palestinians. She, in response, the individual pulls their phone out to show her. Take a look at this.
We went to see the so-called godmother of the settler movement, Daniela Weiss, sanctioned by the UK, accused of promoting and supporting acts of violence against Palestinians.
This is the state of the Jews, not the state of Arabs.
International law is not supportive of your plans for this land. The US President Donald Trump has made it clear he's not with you in your plans to annex this land for the State of Israel. Who is on your side?
Our sovereignty is here anyways, because we got it from God.
Does your understanding of God's word and giving you your right to be here, does that include violence against Palestinians to get them off the land?
There is no settler violence.
Do you mind if I show you a video?
No, I don't believe in videos. I do not watch it. What do you want me to close my eyes?
This is the...
I don't see it.
This is the reality.
I don't see it. You can show it to your audience. I do not see it.
But if you say to me there is no settler violence, I'm sure
no
example.
There is violence against settlers, no settler violence.
I don't believe in videos, guys. Now, apparently videos aren't a thing for Jewish settlers that terrorize Palestinians. They just simply don't believe in it. That's her. Now, of course, she said previously publicly that you have to brainwash the youth on Zionism. Zionism is something you have to brainwash them on. So when you hear this chick pushing this sort of stuff and you just see kind of the devil behind her, you start to understand how this ideology manifests and what their greater goal is. They believe they're God's chosen people, and by being God's chosen people, they are seemingly allowed to murder anybody that gets in their way of achieving God's plan for them. It seems pretty satanic, but that's kind of how the operation runs. So that's really everything I wanted to show you guys for this video. Is just kind of my thoughts on the fly. Unfortunately, settler violence doesn't look like it's going to be curbed anytime soon. Just seems like it's furthering Israel's goals, and Israel's on a rogue mission right now to expand as much as it can during the Trump presidency. So if you found this video interesting, make sure to click the subscribe button below. Again, I appreciate super chats and gifts. It helps me do more videos like this for you guys. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.